Hopefully, everyone is feeling calm, cool, and collected after Sue's session. I'm Justin Bauer, SVP of Product at Amplitude, and I'm here to show you how the digital disruptors are disrupting with new innovations from Amplitude. You heard it from Spencer. The same number of digital products that were created over the last 40 years will be launched in the next 3. But it's not just shipping more experiences. It's about knowing and delivering the best digital experience for each customer. And it's the responsibility of every team to use the best data and insights to accomplish that. Disruptors are marketers and product managers. They're engineers, data scientists, IT, and digital executives. And they're all working together. Some digital since day one, like Course Hero, Atlassian, and Care.com. Others, just a few years ago, you might have questioned whether they're digital at all, like Ford, Walmart, or AB InBev. Digital disruptors come in many forms. But what do digital disruptors actually do differently? The answer? They make every moment count. There is not a moment to waste. Disruptors constantly build, experiment, and learn. They remove all barriers to insights. They know what's happening, what's busted, what's working, for who, when, and why. They personalize customer experiences in the moment. Every communication, interaction, and outreach is tailored to customer needs. Insights and data don't just power their decisions. Data literally powers their products each moment a customer opens an app, logs in, or clicks add to cart. And they don't just count the moments. They tie customer behaviors to outcomes. They're learning even faster than they're building. And they align around North Star metrics and aha moments. Because your customers and competitors aren't going to wait. Yet, for many, getting to this state of growth and innovation can be challenging. They lack a solid foundation of data. Data quality is low, hard to maintain, which leads to distrust and causes teams to stop using data. Or the resources required to even implement are too high, so organizations never even get started. The disrupted are stuck tracking surface level metrics, page views, click-throughs, acquisition costs. For anything deeper, they have to wait in line to get answers from the experts that have the skills and tools. The disrupted are told that personalization is the future, but the only thing they can scale is demographic based, like adding a first name or testing button colors. And finally, rather than a democratized, collaborative, and integrated system, there are barriers caused by hard-to-use tools and closed-off enterprise suites. All of these limit access to insight and the ability to act. Disruptors do it differently. They can see customer behavior in a whole new way. They have clear measurements of success. They explore data across the customer journey without friction, and they understand what drives impact. They know when and why changes happen over time and can even predict future outcomes. And they adapt fast, able to decide and deliver consistent, optimized experiences across devices and channels. Amplitude established itself as the market leader in product analytics by solving the problems on the left side of this loop. And we're still making every moment count by doubling down on our core analytics innovation. For example, we reinvented the dashboard to create a new source of truth for digital businesses. Teams can go beyond legacy KPIs to measure the metrics that matter, track against targets, and collaborate right within the dashboard. New session analytics takes time and frequency data to the next level. Now you have detailed visibility into engagement in every customer session. Flexibility has always set Amplitude apart, and we've added even more ways to filter, cohort, and bin data to get you to the answers you need. And we've made major enhancements to the built-in data management capabilities that ensure your data in Amplitude is complete and accurate. But that's not all. You might have heard we recently acquired Iteratively, an innovative data planning company that helps customers run on clean and consistent data. Now with Amplitude and Iteratively, teams can both proactively and continuously manage their data in Amplitude and their broader tech stack. But disruptors go beyond just seeing what happened. They can predict the future because they know why and how to anticipate what's next. Through innovations like conversion drivers and journeys to show where and why customers convert or drop off, predictive cohorts to instantly uncover users most likely to perform behavior, anomalies to automatically spot major changes in product and behavioral data, and root cause analysis to identify the cause of your data anomalies in seconds. These are just a few of the over 100 enhancements that we have made to our core analytics product in the past several months. This continued innovation is at the heart of why our customers love Amplitude and have ranked us the #1 product analytics solution and one of the top overall software products on the market, including top 50 for marketers. We're truly honored and now have more than 200,000 active disruptors using Amplitude. But you might be asking yourself, what about the right-hand side of the loop? What about Adapt? While we'll always be analytics first, that was our first act. Disruptors demanded more. They wanted more ways to connect insights to action. They wanted to build products that are powered by data and ultimately close the loop. And for that, I'm excited to invite Bilal to the stage.
Hi, I'm Bilal, product lead on personalization. What is personalization? Well, it's the dream of every product and marketer. Once you have the analytics foundation of understanding the critical moments of your customer journey, personalization is about supercharging them with value. This is what Netflix does, and Amazon and Google. But if you're Amazon, it can remind you of your past purchases, suggest similar products, and tailor a unique customer experience for every user with the right message at the right time. But delivering such powerful experiences requires significant effort. If you want true one-to-one experiences in the style of Amazon or Netflix, most companies today need a significant overhaul of their entire technical and organizational infrastructure. You need to build an engine that can handle behavioral data and identity resolution to identify the right users to target. You need a system that can convert that into a machine learning inference to identify the right message to reach them with. And you need a system to synchronize those messages across multiple teams and multiple platforms at the same time. Reaching the right user at the right time with the right message is critically important. And that's where Amplitude Recommend comes in. Amplitude Recommend is the first self-serve personalization engine that automates every step of personalization from segmentation to recommendations to delivery in minutes. Let's take a look. Pretty magical, right? Let's see how Amplitude Recommend works in practice. Here we have Amplitude's very own fitness app, AmpliFit, a new fitness class booking application. Today, every customer who logs into the application, though, sees the exact same set of classes. Using Amplitude Analytics, I want to determine why this is and how this is affecting performance. I go into our Journeys product and I look at what are the paths users are taking to actually book a class. In our dropped off paths, I noticed that users are doing a lot of searching, but they never seem to find the class that they want. This has now helped me identify the friction point that personalization can actually help to address. Namely, if we help customers find the right class, they'll probably actually complete their bookings. Pretty magical. But with Amplitude, we can move one step beyond just insights and monitoring performance. We can actually improve performance as well. In Minutes, you can use the Amplitude Recommend product to orchestrate every step of the digital journey, from segmentation to recommendations to delivery. Within our recommendations feature, we can start by selecting any event as an outcome that we want to improve. In this case, I want to choose completing a class booking. Second, we select the item that we want to recommend. From the click of a button, I can select any event property that I've instrumented in Amplitude, from class type to ID to category. And behind the scenes, the Amplitude system will train a machine learning model to cluster similar groups of users and predict which collection of items will maximize class bookings based on their preferences. And most importantly, this is all using the data that I've already instrumented in Amplitude with no added time to get started. In Minutes, every single user will be assigned an individualized recommendation, noting which items and in which order we think will maximize their likelihood to book. We can then synchronize these recommendations directly into our application via real-time profile API. So as users visit our application or any digital channel connected to the API, we'll be able to serve them the right message at the right time. Now, when we go back to our Amplifit application, we can actually meet our users where they are and suggest the right next class at the right time, perfectly personalized to their individual preferences. But we don't just stop there. Because Amplitude is also an analytics platform, every time a customer is exposed to a recommendation, we can automatically measure the lift of our recommendation and see when it approaches statistical significance. Every customer that has used Amplitude Recommend has been accordingly able to accelerate their personalization roadmap by months, if not quarters, and achieve 15 to 30% lift in outcomes. Through the click of a button, we're now enabling any company to be as good as Amazon or Netflix at delivering the right user with the right message at the right time. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Bilal. Now, with Amplitude, you have a unified system to optimize your digital business. It starts with real-time data management to plan, integrate, and govern all of your data so that you have a single view of the customer. That data is fed into the Amplitude behavioral graph, the brain that allows you to see, predict, and adapt in the moment. With the behavioral graph and data at the core, you have the world's leading product analytics application at your fingertips. And now, teams can intelligently apply insights to personalize each experience with Amplitude Recommend. All of this tied together with a collaborative, integrated, and self-service system. That's the Amplitude Digital Optimization System. And this is not just Amplitude's vision. This is our customers' reality. Our customers now ingest more than 600 billion events per month. More than 45,000 products are actively using Amplitude to answer questions, and our cohorting and syncing features have delivered over 1 trillion targeted experiences. But disruptors don't stop there, and analytics and recommendations aren't the only things the behavioral graph can power. To learn more, please welcome Shadi to the stage.
Thank you, Justin. Hello, everybody. I'm Shadi, SVP of Engineering here at Amplitude, and I'm very excited to be with you all today. At the heart of digital disruption is the increasing scale and complexity of digital data. While all customer data is important, not all is created equal. Disruptors are less focused on demographic data, say about customer look like or what the customers say in the survey or review. They care about actually what customers do. Let me give you an example. I'm a female in my 40s. I have twin daughters who are 17 years old, and I'm a homeowner. With that, you can make a lot of assumptions about me. But what you probably don't know is that I love video games. And there are nights that I play more games than my daughters. Don't tell them that. And I'm a context switcher. I'm constantly moving from app to app and task to task. And if you want to learn about what I think of your digital experience, well, I've never filled an online survey in my life. Probably because I've been asked to fill up the survey before I've even used the product or website, or long after the experience is over. But the growing complexity of digital business make operationalizing behavioral data difficult. Your customers use multiple products on multiple devices across a vast amount of time. And every team has unique use cases and questions. Some of these questions are simple, like, are people using the new features? What is our conversion rate? And how much time did somebody spend on a page? While answering these questions are essential, your customer behavior are part of a connected journey. From the time the first ad click to ultimately becoming a high-value customer. Therefore, linking all behavior data is also essential. It allows you to deliver the best experience and answer high-impact questions like, why do people drop off or convert? These are new release impact downstream revenue. What leads to someone becoming a power user? If the team can easily explore, monitor, and use data to power their decision and their product, well, that can be a very powerful thing. At Amplitude, we have long believed that teams with deepest understanding of their customer have the competitive edge. We believe nothing should come between you and your insight, and we believe technology should be able to keep up with you and your customers. While analytics and personalization can deliver game-changing results, it's what powers this solution that makes them disruptive forces. Meet the Amplitude Behavioral Graph, the most intelligent, highest performing database for digital behaviors on the planet. It's the brain behind digital optimization system, and it was built from ground up for the scale, speed, and complexity of modern digital businesses. With the behavioral graph, the team can go deeper by unifying their customer and product data to business outcome across the customer journey. They move faster by instantly running simple and complex queries and proactively monitor for change. And they are smarter with machine learning that helps them find pattern, relationship, and causation. Teams do not know the question ahead of time. They can do interactive real-time question and answers. This question can be quite complex and span across huge amount of data. We have invented a fundamentally new way of joining and accessing complex distributed data. With the behavioral graph, you can link any amount of data across any users, events, and attributes in fraction of a second. Our in-house columnar data store are designed specifically for real-time query. And automated machine learning models are able to generate predictive insight at scale. This infrastructure was purposely built for deep interactive behavior analysis and personalization. And now our customers are running approximately 100 million queries in Amplitude each month. That's more than 2,000 queries per minute. The behavior graph is always learning, making the system faster and smarter. When the system gets smarter, your business gets smarter. And when your business gets smarter, you win. You know Amplitude Analytics for understanding and measuring experiences, and met Amplitude Recommend for deciding and syncing. But what about testing and delivering the best experiences? It's time to introduce you to the newest product in the system. And for that, I welcome Amplitude CTO and co-founder Curtis Liu to the stage.
Hi, I am Curtis, CTO and co-founder at Amplitude. I am excited to tell you about how we are extending the power of the behavioral graph even further. Digital disruptors know that growth and customer loyalty come from their ability to deliver the best experience faster than their competitors. The rate at which they deliver is a function of how quickly they can determine the best experience and configure it for customers. This is exactly what tools like A/B testing and feature flags were designed for. The problem is that while those tools have made it easier in some ways, they haven't made it easier in the right ways. Most teams are far from deciding the best experience. Instead, they are stuck making small tweaks to copy or images. And many are not even able to do something as simple as offering explicit experiences for new users and power users. The reason for this is that these tools are disconnected from where it matters most. They are not tied into customer behavior. They can only surface a snapshot of analysis, and they sit outside of teams' workflows. Well, we're excited to announce that Amplitude is launching a new product that takes these challenges head on. Introducing Amplitude Experiment, the first experimentation and feature management solution powered by analytics and customer behavior. Experiment is an end-to-end solution from hypothesis to targeting to analytics. It helps teams go from small tweaks to big bets that deliver the best experience for their customers. Let's take a look. Incredible! Now I would love to show you how Experiment works. And to do that, we're going to pick up where Bilal left off with Amplifit. Our first step, as with all great experiments, starts by building a hypothesis. And there's no better way to do that than with analytics. We see that for Amplifit, power users are driving the vast majority of our growth. They complete 5 classes a week and have a much higher retention rate. You can also tell that users with connected friends are more likely to complete a class compared to those who don't. That brings us to our hypothesis. By getting users to invite friends to work out together, we can increase the number of classes they complete in a week. All right, let's build a test around adding a new social feature to users. What I love about Experiment is that we have built a complete workflow from hypothesis to targeting to analysis. It helps you design better tests, simplify rollout, and actually get clear next steps. For example, when you set your primary metric, like the one we have here, it links to a live chart from analytics. It's that seamless. The variant setup is another place where you see just how complete Experiment is. Not only is it easy to manage the control and create additional variants, but with payloads, you have the ability to dynamically configure experiences directly from Amplitude. For example, payloads can deliver recommendations, like the ones Bilal built, into your product. We don't need them for our social experiment, but you can imagine the possibilities. It's another benefit of Amplitude's fully integrated system. The same goes for setting up our environments and targeting users. We want to run our experiment with customers who take fewer than 5 classes a week. Typically, this type of behavior-based targeting can create extra work for engineering teams to handle identity and piping data for targeting. Not with Experiment. We've eliminated all those extra steps. Amplitude's identity resolution stitches users across devices in authentication states. And you see the same behavioral data, user properties, and cohorts that you have in analytics. Just select what you want to target and go. All right, our test is ready, so let's push it live. When it's time to review our results and figure out next steps with the team, Experiment guides you through it step by step. The beauty of Experiment being integrated with analytics means we not only clearly indicate the outcome, but we also surface emergent behaviors so you can understand the impact beyond the bounds of the test. With the end-to-end workflow of Experiment, it's easier to take on bigger bets that drive growth and customer loyalty and scale experimentation across your organization. Back to you, Justin.
Thank you, Shadi and Curtis. Amplitude Recommend targets audiences and personalizes experiences. And now Amplitude Experiment configures those experiences and tests for impact, which completes the loop. As we recommend and test new experiences, the system is learning, generating more data, feeding more insights in the behavioral graph, and leading to a better outcome for our customers and your business. This is the system used by the digital disruptors. And I invite you to learn more about how Amplitude Digital Optimization System can help your team disrupt. With that, we'll take a 15-minute break and be right back with Ali Love, the incredible Peloton fitness instructor, to discuss the disruptive power of community to champion diversity in race and culture through fitness. Thank you.